Is that any better? Let me see here. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Just check this.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty good.
Let's check this, make sure audio's okay.
Just check this. Yeah, I guess that's pretty good. Just check this, make sure audio's okay.
Okay, all right, well, the audio is good. All right, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Malin Relich. It's been probably well over a year since this YouTube channel has seen me do any gameplay live streams. And, there's a good reason for that. Work lately, as some of y'all know, I have, once again, taken a new job in broadcasting news. And now I am in Corpus Christi and really enjoying my time here so far. I've been on the new job for 8 months. Now, my YouTube channel has predominantly become a showcase of, some new, some stories that I've done, and there'll be more of that for sure. But I can't just strictly stay away from the gameplay live streams. I was really debating about creating another channel, but I really didn't want to go through with that because it's really complicated, and it's just something I didn't really want to deal with. So, you know what? I decided to get back on my traditional Madden live streaming. I've actually been, and I've been playing, Madden 22 since it was released back in, August and everything like that. I mean, I've been playing it not very religiously, but I have been playing it a lot. I definitely have done Face of the Franchise mode. I actually just completed today. I was playing earlier. I just finished the first rookie season of my quarterback, who got drafted by the New York Jets. I might do season 2 live stream of that, but I don't really know. But a lot of y'all have seen past YouTube videos that I've done as far as Madden is concerned about rebuilds. And I am a franchise guy. I love, doing franchises, and I love trying to take the opportunity to, sim and do what I can to create, to just do rebuilds. So we're going to start a new franchise. Obviously, I could go with, I've already started a franchise that is different with my Dallas Cowboys. However, I am going to go with the Atlanta Falcons for this because this is a team that is decent. However, they have a lot of work to do. I'll have to look up some stats and see actually how they finished this season. But I do know that they missed out on the playoffs, and they are a team that has some decent pieces. But after trading away Julio Jones and everything like that, Falcons are definitely a team that is in need of a makeover. Yeah, they finished 7-10 in real life and 3rd in the NFC South. So I'm going to go ahead and go with that. All right. So I actually haven't done a franchise mode with real life NFL roster. So I'm going to go ahead and start with that and see what we can do with this. I want to see really like how different this is going to be as opposed to doing the regular offline franchise like I've done in the past. So obviously I'm going to go with the Atlanta Falcons. Actually, let me go back and let me take a look and see who the top players are. Because I don't really know too much. Well, I know some of the top players. So you can see for the top players, we've got Calvin Ridley, we've got, of course, Grady Jarrett, and we've got Deion Jones. So right now, those are the top overall players that we're going to be starting this franchise with for the Atlanta Falcons. And as you can see, as opposed to some of the other teams, the Falcons are pretty low overall. Like, I'm going to go through the teams right now. Chargers surprisingly have a 78 overall. I'm a little surprised it's that difficult. It's that low considering they almost made the playoffs this year. Broncos are 79 overall, so that's not good. Bengals are 77, but they're in the AFC Championship game right now. Bears are 78 overall. Vikings 79. Texans are worse than all of them, really. I mean, technically the Texans might be the worst team to start a rebuild with based on the current overalls, but, the Falcons just seem pretty interesting. And I've never done a rebuild with the Atlanta Falcons before. Now, normally I wouldn't do a rebuild in past Maddens with them because they were pretty good. They had Julio Jones in his prime. You had Matt Ryan in his prime. You had a decent running back in Devontae Freeman. And, but this is a Falcon team that really needs a makeover. So I'm going to go ahead and change my role to, well, I guess it can't be, I mean, I'm not really going to like create myself. I'm going to just go ahead and play as their head coach, Arthur Smith. Let me go ahead and go to league settings here. There's a couple things I want to change for this to make sure that it is what I want. And I'm not going to be playing, I'll probably only actually start playing any games if the team makes the playoffs. So, yeah, I'm going to turn coach firing on. Salary cap is going to be on. Because even though a lot of times in the newer Maddens, like once you get past the first year, the salary cap, you can't like trade anybody or sign anybody or anything like that. I'm trying to be smart with this franchise because I've done live streams of franchise modes in the past, and all of a sudden I'm in cap hell after the first season, and I can't do anything. So I'm going to try to be a little bit better about this, try to be more diligent with that, but we'll see what happens here. All right, so let me just go ahead and go through this. Pre-existing injury, career, progression fatigue, let's see. Scenarios. By the way, this is one of the first live streams that I've done in probably actually about maybe 2 years with my face cam. I lied a little bit in one of those live streams that I talked about where my face cam was broken. It wasn't broken. I've had this face cam for probably, I want to say, since 2017 is when I got it. I really got it mainly for the purposes of being able to live stream using my PS4. I think it was a purchase that was worth it. I'm glad I did it, but So I'm going to go ahead and do weekly training auto because I don't really want to be dealing with that too much. Off-season free agent bidding, I'm going to do manual for that. Injury management, yeah. All of the main roster makeup and stuff, I want to be able to have control of that. I don't really want to auto anything except just the training week by week. Scout college players. If you want to scout, build your draft board and use the upcoming drafts. Let audio to let the CPU handle it too. I'm just going to go ahead and let the CPU handle it. I'm going to let the scouts just scout. Yeah, I'm going to auto league advancement, manage practice reps, auto, that's fine. Tutorials, they can come on, auto, fill roster, on. Actually, no, let's go off in case I need to make any adjustments. League name, yada, yada, yada. Ball hawk, team, heat seeker, okay. All right, all those settings look pretty good. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start this off. And the starting point, I did pick the preseason just because I want to try to see if maybe during the preseason I can make some trades, get some off-season free agents in here to try to make this team look pretty respectable. Okay, so hire and assign scouts. Let's go ahead and go to this first because this seems like something that I have to do. Scouts. Let me see here. Scout info, scout visit. Okay. Northeast. You can go northeast. Northeast. And south. Let's see. So we got northeast, national, southeast, west. Have this guy go west. Okay, cool. All right. Didn't really think I need to change that, but it is what it is. All that other stuff's locked. Probably won't be unlocked when the regular season starts, but right now we are in the preseason. Okay, upgrade players. Let's see if we can even upgrade anybody. Let's go ahead and upgrade all these gentlemen here. Upgrade them and kind of get this thing rolling here. All right. Manage staff. I don't want to make any staff managements right now. Let's go ahead and take a look at the roster that we have here. I want to see what we're working with. I know, Pitts is here, of course, as a rookie. He's a rookie in this, so let's go ahead and take a look at the roster. I mean, Matt Ryan's an 85 overall. That's not too bad considering that he's really the only bright spot of that the Falcons organization has going forward. I mean, in real life, if I'm Matt Ryan, I'm asking for a trade. But in Madden, he's still a decent quarterback. 85 overall, speed, nothing. But, throw power, 85. Throw awareness is 89. He's smart. Yeah. I mean, this is a still solid quarterback to start this rebuild with. So it's really crazy because most of the rebuilds that a lot of people do on Madden, you have to find a quarterback in the first off-season draft that you have. For me, I might be looking to draft one in maybe the second round, maybe even the third round. But I don't know about the first round because if Matt Ryan is going to be here for maybe a couple more seasons at least, I feel like we could still keep him around and keep trying to have him be the franchise quarterback. A.J. McCarron's our backup. Felipe Franks is our third stringer. Starting running back, we got Mike Davis, 81 overall. That's not too bad. He actually got better as the season progressed. And then again, these rosters are updated kind of to real time, how the season ended. Cordero Patterson, 76 overall. He's like he's really a receiver, but, he's moved to running back now. So a good, third down specialist, a guy that can just do a bunch of crazy things out in the field. Fullback, we got Keith Smith, actually former Dallas Cowboy Keith Smith, John Rain. Our top receiver, of course, is Calvin Ridley, an 89 overall, which isn't bad. And Russell Gage is a 75, Zakis. So, yeah. And, of course, we got the big homie, Michael Pitts, rookie out of Florida, 81 overall. The solid tight end to start out this rebuild with. Hayden Hurst is our backup. He's a good tight end, too, as a backup as well. Jake Matthews is our best offensive lineman, 81 overall. We got Josh Andrews, Hennessy. We've got Lindstrom, 79. That's not too bad. Caleb McGray. Offensive line has some to be desired. I mean, our best guy is Matthews at 81 overall at left tackle. But all these other guys are in the 70s or below. John Kaminski, 72 overall. He's our best right defensive end. Grady Jarrett is an 88 overall, so he's pretty solid. Davidson, defensive tackle is definitely an area that needs to be addressed for sure. Brandon Copeland is a 72. Deion Jones is our best linebacker at 87 overall. Dante Fowler Jr. 73 overall. I think his overall probably dropped. I wouldn't be surprised based on the last, Madden. Overall, we got a decent linebacking core with Fowler and Jones to start out with, but the left outside definitely has a lot to be desired. A.J. Terrell Jr. Is our top corner, and we got Moreo, who is also 77 overall, so we've got two 77 overall corners. Nobody in the 80s here for the Falcons as far as overalls in terms of corner. Oliver, 74, Sheffield, 74. So, cornerbacks are definitely an issue. Same with safeties. We got a 74 overall Eric Harris. Now, Duron Harmon has gotten, he's progressed to an 80 overall right now at this point, starting out with the real-life rosters. But overall, still plenty of holes that need to be addressed. It really looks like that moving forward, it looks like that offensive line, defensive tackle, there's a lot of holes that I think need to be, addressed for sure. So, just to kind of take a look and see what is out there, I am going to go ahead and take a look at the free agency pool out there and just see who's even out there, if we can even sign anybody to help with, the first year roster. I don't think there's going to be a lot of guys out here that can help. But Mitchell Schwartz, this guy is a 91 overall. He's the best free agent available. You know what?
This is the player.
Go ahead and come on down, Schwartz.
This is the abilities tab.
If it works out very well, maybe we could sign him, past this one-year deal. But we're gonna sign Schwartz to a one-year deal for our right tackle spot because left tackle's good, but right tackle has a lot to be desired. Of course, Richard Sherman is out there. I could definitely sign him to be our number one corner. He would be our number one corner right away for sure. Olivier, we don't really need a right end. Defensively, I think I'm okay with what we have right there, but I think Schwartz is a decent signing, especially considering the fact that Matt Ryan's getting up there in age, and he could definitely use some protection. Let me see. Well, other than Sherman, I think Schwartz is all we're going to sign because I really don't want to have to sign Richard. I don't really want to go with Sherman. I think Schwartz is the only free agent that we're going to sign. One thing I am going to go ahead and take a look at is our salary cap situation here because what I want to do is I want to see which player, excuse me, I didn't mean to do that, is taking up the most
quickly review the league's
cap
top
room here and see, just kind of, if we could trade away somebody to free up some cap space. I think that'll help going into next offseason so that way we can actually sign some big-name free agents and really kind of get this franchise going. So obviously, you know, we just signed Schwartz, so his salary is the taking up the most. Calvin Ridley, Grady Jarrett. Yeah, I mean Grady's locked up for a little while. Jones, Ryan, but Ryan could very well retire. Cap penalty was 0, cap space. I mean, $49 million in cap space, which isn't too bad. Just trying to think if we could just trade anybody. I don't think it should be that case, but yeah, maybe signing Schwartz wasn't the best idea, but I mean, I think honestly we're just going to have him for this 1 year, and then we're just going to let him walk in free agency and let him go somewhere else. Calvin Ridley's taking up the most money, 22 this year. Yeah. So going into 2022, Brady Jarrett's taking up a lot of room. Matt Ryan, of course, taking up a lot of room. We could have, yeah, Harmon, Hurst. Yeah, these guys can probably walk for sure. Yeah, Terrell. No. Patterson, yeah. Let's see if anybody can be released a cap penalty. Young Ho Koo, our kicker. You know, Hayden Hurst is just a guy that. Now we'll just go ahead and keep him on the roster. I'm not going to really make any trades so far. We'll just kind of go with the roster that we have, and just see how this first year comes about. So we're going to go ahead and advance to just kind of through the preseason pretty quickly. I do want to go ahead and control the cut days, you know, just to try to see if we can, you know, upgrade. Let me go ahead and upgrade players from the first preseason game. Didn't even see if we won or lost, but I'll take a look at that in a sec. See what we're doing here. So we won that game against the Titans, 31-21. Preseason, of course, doesn't count, but still. Managed staff, franchise staff. Let's see. Obviously, you know, the way that this franchise is that you can get upgrades for everybody. So yeah, you can view the talent tree and you can upgrade your staff, which I think is a pretty interesting feature. Although a lot of this was honestly featured in, like, I don't know if anybody here has ever played NFL Head Coach 09 that came out on PS3, but a lot of this stuff here is very similar, if you ask me. You know, it took like several years for all this to be brought back in Madden, which I think is one of the most confusing things about EA Sports, is like a lot of the great features that used to be in old Maddens were featured, and, you know, none of it has come back, and it will probably never come back. There just leaves a lot to be desired, if you know what I mean. But I could rant about that all day if I wanted to. Okay, maybe I can do something here with the staff. Oh, okay, so I do have staff points. Okay, so let me see about Brock and see if I can do any upgrades here, because I don't know if I can. How many? Let's see. Select game day. Tool. Okay. Locked. That's locked. Okay. So I have one more point left. Let's see. Run. Okay, so I only have 1 point left. I think it's 1 point. Yeah, it's just 1 point. All right. Well, I'll save that 1 point for another time when I get some more staff points to add to that. Player meeting, improve rookie. All right. Let's see here. Some of this stuff is a little bit newer to me still with the franchise mode, because apparently I heard that when the game was upgraded, you could do some other stuff. First round thing, it could be a piece for you. He's a little world. We'll help him out. Run blocking for sure. So that helped. So I guess now, you kind of have meetings one-on-one with your players, which is pretty cool. I do like the fact that they integrated cutscenes into this. Now, listen, I know that unlike, the NBA 2K games, you can't get like a lot of real players' names and faces in here. So, that leaves a lot to be desired. Kobe Mode, hey, what's up, man? Hey, hopefully you're not too burned out from watching the end of that Texas Tech basketball game, man. Steele Mahomes, oh, you know how much money this Falcon team doesn't even have to spend. Yeah, I mean I love to steal Mahomes, man, but trying to do a realistic rebuild here, but I don't know. That's a good idea. I'll give you that, man. I will give you that for sure. Let's see, managed staff. Let's see. I'm good. Yeah, hopefully so, man. Yeah, that was a tough game. Yeah. By the way, y'all, anybody else watching the stream, Kobe Moat here is a friend of mine who is a Texas Tech alum, and yeah, he does graphic designing. So please, if anybody's checking out this stream and you're taking a look at the chat, go ahead and take a look at his channel, guys. He's got a lot of good content on there. Really cool guy. Also follow him on Twitter, Kobe Moat Designs. Guy's really cool, so just letting y'all know. Make sure to go check him out. All right, so we upgraded another one of our rookies. Let's go ahead and upgrade some more of our players. We got the Browns here in week 2 of the preseason, so we're going to go ahead and just kind of cycle through all of this and go ahead and get to wrapping up, week 2, returning from injury. Okay, we got injuries already. Even in the preseason, we got injuries. Surprise, surprise. I guess it's Terrell. Oh yeah, Kobe. Sorry, man. Yeah, I guess I completely forgot that. You're not an alum, but you just went there. Yeah, it's all good, man. Yeah. I guess Kyle Pitts was hurt, so that guy's returning from injury. So, let's see. All right, so we've gotten through all this. Let's go ahead and advance to the next week. I'm not sure if cut day happens before I can play the 4th preseason game or not, but let's see. Improve rookie. Oh, okay, so we got to cut 20 players. Wow, that's a lot of players to cut. Hard Knocks life, I know. Yeah. Continues to really impress me. Student of the game. Okay. I still think that's kind of cool that they have those cutscenes, like I said, but still leaves a lot to be desired. I'm just letting y'all know the truth. I mean, I'm uncut, unfiltered, and when it comes to Madden nowadays, that's just how I feel. Because if a better franchise mode was in Madden 2005, which was on the last gen, I'm talking about 2 generations before this console, because this is PS4. Not bringing it back. It's just ridiculous. All right, so we got to cut some guys. This guy, Josh Harris, yeah, this guy can... May not see an increase. Yeah, I want to cut him. He's a 43 overall. He's not going to get any better. Willie Beavers. Yeah, Willie can go. Yeah, a lot of these guys can really hit the road. Let's see. Williams, sweet. We can move him to practice squad. We can move Bryce Hargrove to practice squad. Let's go ahead and cut Gano. Ellerby. Yeah, let's cut him too. Let's go ahead and cut Atkins. Guys that are practice squad eligible, I'm just going to go ahead and move over there. But the first 2 guys were not, so I had to cut them. I mean, most of these guys are just super low overalls. Like they're not going to make an impact for this team moving forward. So what's the point of keeping them around here if they're just taking up roster space? Keith Smith, well, he's certainly our starting fullback. But you know what? We have that other fullback, so I'm just going to go ahead and cut him. We can deal with having the other guy as our starter. Christian Blake, get rid of him. Miller, bye-bye. None. Move him to practice squad. Trevor Davis, let's go ahead and cut him, that receiver. Graham, you can go to practice squad, sir. Avery Williams, Yeah, going to practice squad, man. Jalen Mayfield, he's going to go to practice squad. J.R. Pace, he can go to practice. Let's cut Steven Means. Penalty of, whoa. Penalty? I don't want to have a penalty. Let me get T.J. Green. Yeah. All right, so we're going to keep a lot of the other guys. I didn't really take a close look at those guys, to be honest with y'all, but hey, I mean, we got to get, these guys up out of the roster, Managed staff returning from injury. Russell Gage is coming back from injury, I guess, because he had, he must have gotten hurt, but he's back. So yeah. Returning from injury, advanced week. Okay. So let's go ahead and sim to mid-season. And I'm going to go ahead and sim to mid-season because I just want to take a look for my own curiosity about what the Falcons are looking like, and what this team is looking like in the middle of the season, what the standings are looking like. I mean, who knows? It could be a deal. I mean, I've tried to do gameplays that were rebuilds. However, first year we make the playoffs, so it's not really a rebuild if your team is in the playoffs in year one when you're trying to do the rebuild. Okay, so here we are at the middle point of the season. We are 3-3, so not bad, not horrible, right in the middle. Got a bunch of staff points we can use, so I definitely want to go ahead and take a look at that. Choose a draft class. Okay. Have been created and shared. Download from Madden Share. Yeah. Download from Madden Share. Let's go ahead and go to the Madden Share community and see if we can find some... EA. I'm connected to the internet. You got to be kidding me. Goodness. Huh. Well, I guess we're just going to have to get regular guys. It's no big deal, though. Okay. Prospects, regional breakdowns, mock drafts. Yeah, this is like mock draft central right here. All right. Let's go ahead and exit out of this. At this point in the middle of the season, we're taking on Carolina. All right, so I did want to sim to the middle point of the season because I want to see if there's any players here that I want to go ahead and try to negotiate a contract with. See if I want to keep them around before it gets to the end of the season, and then we're negotiating contracts with them and everything like that. Okay, so first things first. I don't like to deal with having to go find a kicker, so I'm just going to go ahead and see if I can get Younghoe Koo to come back on a decent contract. Okay, so I don't think this is too out of the woodworks. Let's see if he just takes his original offer. Exactly the contract I was looking for. Okay, great. Okay, cool. So Younghoe Koo is going to come back. Lufkin. Yeah, so I already decided that we're going to go ahead and let Hayden Hurst walk because, we just drafted Kyle Pitts. We don't need... I don't think we need Hurst to stick around. I mean, yes, it's good to have a 2 tight end system, but we can probably find another one in free agency or in the draft. Deron Harmon is a decent, strong safety, but we could probably find somebody better because, all these guys are in, the 70, overalls and stuff like that. I think Gage can go ahead and walk away. Isaiah Oliver, I'm going to go ahead and bring him back. He has the puzzle piece, so he fits our scheme. I don't want to bring him back on a 1-year deal. I want to see if a 2-year... I'm just going to bring him back on like a 1-year deal and see if that works. He probably won't accept this, but everything about the offer needs improvement. Okay, yeah, surprise, surprise. Lee Smith, tight end. Yeah, we're going to let him walk. Just for depth purposes, I'm going to go ahead and let Brandon... I'm going to go ahead and try to keep Brandon Copeland. So this is the original offer. Let's see if he takes it. Excited? Okay, so we got Copeland back. He's a decent linebacker. I mean, he's not anything too crazy, but I just don't want to let every single person walk away. But I think Copeland, he fits the scheme, so I think he's worth bringing back. Sharpie can get out of here. Turner, Marner, yeah, I'm gonna let him go. Sinet, nah, I think I'm gonna let him walk as well. Same thing with Means. But Bullard, okay, I can't even really negotiate with any of these guys. Okay, I forgot. Yeah, I wasn't even looking down there. Let me go ahead and look through this list one more time and just see if there's anybody that I really would like to make an effort to bring back. I don't think Oluokun is worth bringing back. I mean, 79 overall, yes, he could improve, but I don't know. If he's at a 79 overall and he's at the end of his rookie deal, then, how much better can he really be? Hayden Hurst, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and let him walk. Harmon, I am considering possibly bringing back. Let me just see if he'll take this initial offer of a 2-year deal. Length of the contract, that's it. Okay. All right. Let me just check Moreo, see where he's at. This is a 2-year deal as well. It seems like a fair offer. Let's see if he takes it. Okay. So we're gonna keep. Fabian. I'm okay with keeping him. That's fine. I'm gonna let Patterson walk because I don't really need a hybrid halfback running back. Realistically, I think we can definitely find somebody better somewhere else. Isaiah Oliver. I think we're just gonna go ahead and let him walk. Copeland, yeah. Sharp. Yeah, none of these other guys really seem like they're worth it. So, as far as the mid-season, I think those are the only moves that I'm going to make for right now in terms of players that I'm just going to go ahead and try to re-sign. So, yeah, let's go ahead and upgrade players. And I definitely want to get to manage stat because it looks like we got a lot of skill points to spend to help out our coaching trees. We got something around like 34 skill points I see up there, so that's a lot. better start spending that. All right, let's see. Let me go ahead and go to the talent tree over here for our head coach. Everything's kind of locked up here. 20 stat points, yeah. Let's go ahead and spend that. All right, so we've got, I think, 14 left. That's 20. That costs 20. Is there anything that costs? Yeah. Hands on offense. Let's check out our offensive coordinator, see if we can spend anything on him. Yeah, let's go ahead. So that only leaves us with 4 points. So I'm going to save those for later. Spend them on maybe at the end of our first season. As far as I see where we're at. Scout college players. Yeah, choose scouts. Yeah, I'll let them just take care of that. Yeah, returning from injury, Russell Gage. Play, season game. Yeah, okay. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's take a look at how everything's going right now in terms of the standings. Let's see if I can see where we're at right now. So looking at the standings, of course, the Bucs are 6-1. Panthers, view standings. Let's go ahead and take a look at the standings for the NFL. Let's take a look and see what we got here. So let's go ahead and go to our division. NFC South. Let's take a look. So the Bucs, of course, they got Tom Brady. They're 6-1. Panthers 5-2. We play them this week actually. Saints are 4-2, and we're at the bottom of the division at 3-3. So I mean, we're at 500 at the midpoint of the season, which isn't that bad. But considering we're in the basement at being 500, that leaves a lot to be desired. So obviously, we've got plenty of work to do moving forward with this rebuild. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and sim to the playoffs. I don't expect the Falcons to be there, but you never know. We'll see. I mean, obviously, the only move that we made in terms of personnel before the regular season started was just signing Mitchell Schwartz. But everything else we've just let stay the same. We haven't made any trades or anything like that, so we'll see what we're looking like right now. So the season is over. And let me go to the standings and see how we did. Based on what I can see, it looks like we didn't do horribly to end the season. So we actually were better than I thought we were going to be, at least in the first year of this rebuild. Let me go ahead and go to the NFC South and see what we're looking like here. So we finished the season 8-6, but of course everybody else had double-digit wins. And the Panthers and Saints, Holy cow. So the Bucks got the number 1 seed in the entire NFC. I think that's what that Z indicates. Yeah, they've clinched they clinched the number 1 seed. Of course, they're 15-2. But the Panthers and the Saints each made the playoffs at 10-7. So 3 out of 4 teams from the NFC South are in the playoffs. That's pretty impressive. But at the same time, it definitely means that this is probably a long uphill battle to climb if we're going to be dealing with McCaffrey consistently. And maybe the Saints with Taysom Hill are better in Madden than they are in real life. So that's a cause for concern moving forward if those are the teams that we have to continue to compete with. All right, so let's go ahead and check out the playoff bracket. Let's see for year 1 what the playoffs are looking like in this rebuild. So, yeah, Cowboys made the playoffs, so they're taking on their number 3 seed, taking on the Saints. Of course, the Bucks did get the first round bye. They're 15-2. They outright, were the best team in the NFL probably the whole season. We still got Tom Brady, and they're the defending champions. So, what do you really expect? All right. So we've tailored the playoff picture. Let's go ahead and upgrade our players for the final time during the regular season. Also check and see if any of our players made the Pro Bowl. I doubt it. The only guy that might have made it is our kicker, Young Hoku, who we actually just re-signed in the middle of the season. But we'll probably take a look at the roster towards the end of the playoffs and everything like that. Let's go ahead and upgrade our staff if we can, because we got some skill points to spend. I think we have about 10 or so right there. So let's see if we can spend some skill points here. So let me see. 10 staff points, yeah. Oh, so we've got a lot more than I expected. Okay. Well, that one's locked. Awesome. Let's go ahead and go to our head coach here and see if we can spend some money on him. No, I'll go back to head coach. So, man, we got a lot of skills to be able to upgrade our staff. This is awesome for the end of the season. Well, they probably do this for, every team just to make sure, just to see, what they can do. All right, so we have 1 point left. We upgraded a lot of stuff with our offensive coordinator and a bunch of stuff with our head coach. So that's pretty good moving forward going into the offseason as far as upgrading the staff and really getting these guys to just be better. We just really got to improve the coaching staff because right now it's a relatively new one. Of course, they didn't do well in the first year, so of course, got to keep an eye on that. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and advance to... So contract has been extended. So we've decided to extend your current contract for Arthur Smith, contract deal 5 years. Okay, all right. So our head coach Arthur has had his contract extended. So obviously in the first year we did better than expectations probably had us set. We went, like I said, we finished 8-9, which isn't terrible because. But then again, that's about what the Falcons did in real life. I mean, they finished 7-10 this season. 8-9, just about the same record. So anyway, all right. So let's go ahead and advance to. Let's go ahead and sim to. Actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and sim just to the next week because I don't want to sim all the way to the Super Bowl because I want to be able to take a look at the Pro Bowl rosters and see if anybody from the Falcons even made it. I highly doubt it, but we'll go ahead and check out the roster anyway. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at the playoff bracket and see what's been happening in the playoffs so far, because now we are at a conference championship weekend. So those Patriots, they beat the Titans by 4. Chiefs beat the Ravens. Bills took down the Bengals. Bills took down the Chiefs. Unlike last night's game, which I know Kobe was watching, that's some redemption right there in the Madden world for Buffalo Bill fans from last night. Browns beat the brakes off the Patriots. The Browns are in the championship game against the Bills for the AFC championship game, so that's very interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the NFC side of things. So, okay. So obviously that's the one season. Okay, so because they advanced, I can't tell. Yeah, I can't see that part of my screen because that's where I have the face cam positioned. So I can't see the logo that's above the Seattle Seahawks logo right there. But I know it's the Bucs. It has to be the Bucs because they're the number 1 seed, and then they, of course, advance. So the Bucs beat the Seahawks by 2 touchdowns. Surprise, surprise. Cowboys lost to the Saints. So just like in real life, Cowboys bounced in the first round of the wild card round. Shock? Nah. Scooter Rigger would say disappointed but not surprised. The Rams beat the Panthers by 7, so it was the Packers losing to the Rams in the divisional round, and the Bucs lost to the Saints. Wow. That is a huge upset in the playoffs because the Bucs finished the season 15-2. They're the best team in the NFL, I think, record-wise. So they lost to the Saints. So in the NFC Championship game, so Championship weekend, we've got the Browns taking on the Bills, and we've got the Rams taking on the Saints in a rematch of that 2007 of that 2018 NFC Championship game that ended, of course, on the blown pass interference call. So that's a pretty interesting storyline right there. Pretty interesting to see that rematch again. So let's go ahead and advance a week. So now we're advancing past the conference championship weekend. So let's go ahead and take a look at the what happened in the championship games. Let's see what happened and who's playing in the Super Bowl. Wow. What a time to be alive. The Cleveland Browns are in the Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield, and they are taking on those New Orleans Saints. Wow. Saints-Browns in the Super Bowl. How about that for the first year of this rebuild? That is crazy. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Pro Bowl roster and see if any of the Falcons made it. I doubt it, but we'll take a look. So Zeke made it from my Cowboys. Interesting to see. Evans. Oh, Russell Gage made it. That's interesting. Russell Gage made it. That's pretty crazy. Maybe I should think about re-signing him because he had a Pro Bowl season. Maybe go back to the negotiating table and work something out at the end. Let's see. Did Kyle Pitts? Kyle Pitts made it. Kyle Pitts made it as well. So Gage and Pitts made it. Made the Pro Bowl roster this season. I don't think we had anybody on the offensive line make it. No, we didn't. Schwartz made it. He was our off-season free agent signing, so he made the Pro Bowl. No, none of these guys are ours, I don't think. Xander Davis, Winfield, Ryan, nah. Did Young Hoku make it? Nah, it was Oliver. No, we didn't have I don't think Young Hoku didn't make the Pro Bowl. It's okay, though. So we actually had a couple of guys representing. We had Mitchell Schwartz, our offensive tackle, who we signed in free agency as an offseason pickup. Kyle Pitts and Russell Gage are in the Pro Bowl. So they're going to represent those Dirty Birds in the Pro Bowl. We'll take that. Press conference. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what this is about here. See what we got to answer questions. How do you feel about your guys making the Pro Bowl? Coach, after stellar season, you're going to relax and recharge. Where's your focus for this week? Next season. We got to think about next season. Looking at next season, yeah, we better, because we got some work to do this offseason, Coach Arthur. I mean, your contract just got extended. You know, it's Arthur Blank believes in you, so you gotta come through for the man. Let's count college players. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not gonna play the Pro Bowl. Let's go ahead and advance the Super Bowl, and let's see. Let's go ahead and advance the Super Bowl week. Now let's see what happens. Let me go ahead and view yearly awards just out of curiosity for year one to see what happened. Tom Brady wins MVP. Not surprised at all. Matt Ryan was in the running at 5th place? Man, that's insane. Let's go to NFC and see. Okay, so Brady wins Offensive Player of the Year. Matt Ryan came in 3rd in that, so interesting. Defensive Player of the Year goes to Chandler Jones. Nobody from the Falcons was really contending for that. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Kyle Pitts finished just behind Justin Fields in 2nd place for that award. Still, the future's bright with Kyle Pitts as tight end for this team. Richie Grant was in the running for Defensive Rookie of the Year, 6th place But that went to Zaven Collins of the Cardinals. Okay. Best QB is Tom Brady. Was Matt Ryan in the top 5 for this? Shoot, he came in at number 2 for best quarterback. Wow. His stats must have been good. I'll have to look at Matt Ryan's stats from the season, see how he really did. McCaffrey wins best running back. I don't know if we had any Falcons even kind of in the running for this. Nah, none of them are even there. Best wide receiver goes to Mike Evans. Russell Gage actually was 5th in that. I mean, then again, he made the Pro Bowl, so maybe consider. I might have to consider offering Russell Gage a contract for the future. No offensive lineman in contention for best O-line of the year. Best D-line, we did not have anybody in the running for that. Well, Brandon Copeland almost was 10th place for linebacker of the year in the NFC. Carlton Davis. Yeah, no DB from the Falcons in there. Young-Ho Koo, 5th place for running for best kicker in the NFC. And that's that. I just looked at the NFC. I don't really need to look at the AFC. It's mainly to see what players from the Falcons were in contention for that. Let me go ahead and take a look at the stats for Matty Ice. See how he did this year, because it looks like that he had a better season and was really the main reason that the Falcons actually did that we actually did solid this year in year 1. 5,000 passing yards? Oh my goodness, guys. Matt Ryan at 14 years in the league, still slinging it. Goodness gracious, guys. Man, look at this stat line. 5,100 yards, 44 touchdowns, 14 picks. Wow. Quarterback rating of 102.9. Goodness gracious, guys. Matt Ryan was on fire this season. Mike Davis led us in rushing with 876 yards. So definitely running. So we were just obviously we were throwing the ball all over the yard this season with Matt Ryan. We weren't even really running the ball consistently. Patterson, Davis had only 7 touchdowns. Yeah, running game was basically very average this year. Russell Gage and Calvin Ridley both had 1,000-yard seasons because of Matty Ice. Oh my goodness, guys. Russell Gage, Calvin Ridley, wow. Gage led us in touchdowns with 12. Wow. But defensively, I'm pretty sure we couldn't really stop anybody. Leader in tackles actually was Alokon. Maybe I could consider trying to bring him back, but we'll see. I don't really know. Man, 5,000 yards for Matt Ryan. Goodness gracious. Yearly awards. Let's go ahead and advance to next week, which will be the offseason. We'll see who wins the Super Bowl. And then we'll kind of get into the offseason part of this rebuild, which is always the part that I think most of us, mostly I pay attention to. So, let's see who won the championship. New Orleans Saints squeak by the Cleveland Browns 38-35 in the Super Bowl. So the Saints, that gives them their 2nd world championship in the history of the franchise. And the MVP was Alvin Kamara. So how about that? And I take that back. I don't think Taysom Hill would be the starter. It might have been Jameis Winston playing for them all season long. So I take that back. Let me go to staff moves and see what we're talking about here. So we obviously have a chance to sign away somebody else. So these are all the staff members who have been fired. Let's see. Did any head coaches get fired? Ron Rivera got fired. He finished... it doesn't say the record, but Ron Rivera got fired. Mike Zimmer was fired, just like in real life. Frank Wright was the head coach of the Giants. I thought Joe Judge was. Oh, he was hired. Okay. Oh, okay. So Frank Wright is now the new Giants head coach. He was fired from the Colts. And Joe Judge has been hired as the new head coach in Minnesota. Ron Rivera is going to the Colts. And yeah, so not a whole lot of head coaching offseason moves, but quite a few interesting names there. So let's go ahead and advance week. Let's go ahead and send to the first stage of the offseason where we go ahead and take a look at the retirements, see what we've got cooking for the offseason to start out with. Let's go ahead and take a look at the retirements, see who is retiring, if we even have anybody from the Falcons who's retiring. Let me go ahead and take a look at us first. I don't want to take a look at the rest of the league. I've spent too much time taking a look at the rest of the league stuff. Okay, well, nobody from the Falcons retired, so we're going to bring back everybody who's still on a contract, of course. So Matt Ryan is retiring, so that's pretty good news because I think I'd like to play a few more seasons with him, especially if he's coming off a 5,000-yard passing season. So let's go back to the negotiating table, and let's see if we can get Russell Gage and our leading tackling linebacker from this past season, Alocone. Last chance to negotiate with this guy. 4-year deal. Let's just see if he'll take it. I don't think he will. Excited. Stay with the team. Okay, so we've got him. So that's pretty good. Hurst, we are letting you walk. But Russell Gage, I want to see if you're willing to come back. 3-year deal, I think, is fair. Okay, so we've got those two guys back. And that is it. Everybody else is walking. Everybody else is walking away. Those are the only guys that I'm going to sign because they proved it this past season with the way they played. So we're going to go ahead and keep those guys on the roster. Gage and Alocone. So now going to the offseason, going to go ahead and take a look here. But let me take a look at our cap situation. Team salaries. Let's take a look here. So we have $11.1 million in cap space. Not a whole lot. We can do a little something maybe with that. Calvin Ridley is going into the last year of his contract. And, of course, he's coming off a 1,000-yard season. He wasn't the representative in the Pro Bowl. However, he still came off a 1,000-yard season. So if he plays well this year, he may earn himself another contract. Now, Grady Jarrett is getting up there a little bit. Deion Jones might be a guy that I may want to consider moving because he's an 87 overall. I'm going to take a look at some of these overall guys and see if how much they're like really taking up. Okay, so we obviously re-signed Russell Gage. Let's see. Yeah. We don't have a whole lot of cap space, but as far as needs, view available free agents. Okay. This is a good way to kind of compare as far as our roster, what we have. Okay, we definitely do not need another receiver. We are good at receiver. What we do need is a running back. If we do sign a running back, I have a feeling we might just have to go ahead and trade away Mike Davis. So that way we can get somebody better up in here. So a lot of the running backs that are free agents fit our scheme. Over 3 years, he'd be our only free agent though. Let me go ahead and take a look at some of the roster here. Let's see. Might be time to trade away some of the. It might be time to see if I can trade away somebody and free up some cap room. Maybe cut somebody. Got a bunch of other running backs here. Olsen. Let me just cut this guy. I don't want to trade away a guy that's that low overall. Nobody's going to take him. Let's see if I can cut none. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut him. A lot of these guys are like practice squad guys, so I think we might just have to kind of cut a bunch of them. Kyle Pitts are only tight ends, so we definitely are going to need to get another tight end in here. We have no left guards, so that's concerning, obviously. Davidson. Can we possibly cut this guy? Incur penalty. I don't want a cap penalty, so I'm not going to cut him. Let's see. Davidson. Yeah, we need defensive tackles for sure. Copeland. Sharif Miller. Is there any possibility maybe we could release this guy? Or just like, yeah, I want to go ahead and cut him. Sharif Miller. I'm going to cut him. Jones, yeah. So Alaku led the team in tackles last year. I want to see if possibly, I don't know if I want to trade Deion Jones. 88 overall, he's a captain, but he's taking up a lot of room. I can cut Walker here. Cure penalty, yeah. I'm going to cut Thompson, probably. Yeah, let's go ahead and cut Thompson. Right outside linebackers, we got Dante Fowler. Okay, Dante Fowler Jr., I think, is a guy that we can either... I don't want to... If I cut him, it's going to be cap penalty, right? Cure penalty. Okay, yeah, I want to try to trade away Dante Fowler because I think... He's been a disappointment. I mean, look at this. He's 69 overall. Yes, he fits our scheme, but he's, you know, he's 19.7 million against the cap. So, and he's just regressed. You know, we just need to, you know, I feel like we need to get rid of him. But let's see. As far as teams that need a right outside linebacker, let me see if I can find one. The Bears, you know, they could use another linebacker. So the Browns could. They, of course, you know, are fresh off a Super Bowl appearance. I don't need Myles Garrett. No. Let me see if I can actually maybe get one of their, maybe their right outside linebacker in exchange. Because this guy Phillips is going to count way less against the cap. I don't know if we can trade this straight up. This trade will put the other team over the salary cap. Try making a different offer. Okay. Let me see if maybe I can get maybe a draft pick. Fowler's worth, let's see, a 5th round. Over the cap, jeez. Okay, so yeah, see, this is one of the problems I have with some of the new Maddens. There's a lot of teams that are in like salary cap hell. Like, see, the Vikings are the negative. So are... There's got to be other teams. Okay, it's no big deal, though. Let's see. We're going to trade him... Alright, we'll just find another team, then. Let me see. Is there another team that could use a linebacker that isn't the Browns? Chiefs don't have a lot of cap room, so I'm not going to deal with them. Let's check out the Colts. Let me see if I can get maybe their right outside linebacker, like one of their backup guys, just so I have. They don't even have one. Okay, let me see about left ones. Okay, they got a lot of left outside linebackers. Let me see if I can. Yeah, give me let me check the middle linebackers. None of those guys are really okay. Let me get. Let me see if I can get Glasgow. And let me get also a 5th round pick from y'all. What do y'all think there? Done deal. All right, cool. So we just traded Dante Fowler Jr. to the Indianapolis Colts for one of their backup linebackers, Glasgow. He's technically a left outside linebacker, but I'm just probably moving to right outside linebacker because trading away Dante Fowler means we have no right outside linebackers. And we're also going to get a 5th round pick just because. Yeah, Fowler was counting a lot against the cap. I don't know how much that really helps our salary cap situation entirely, but based on the fact that Fowler wasn't really doing very well during the time that he's been with the Falcons, I just feel like it was time to move on. Now we have a lot of corners. Let me go ahead and just go ahead and cut Avery Williams right here because, yeah, we have like too many corners basically. Let me also cut Williamson. You can go ahead and leave. Terrell Moreu, yeah, who we just gave a contract to. So yeah, we're gonna keep that as is. Richie Grant, yeah, we definitely need a strong safety for sure. Let me go ahead and let me see if I can get rid of Pace. I don't think I, yeah. Let me go ahead and get rid of Pace. We can get another strong safety in the draft. We don't have a punter, so that's concerning. We're probably just gonna have to go sign one, but that's cool. All right, well, let me see what that does to salary cap, and let me go back to the free agency market and see if if trading Dante Fowler Jr. is going to help us out with maybe being able to sign maybe a couple of free agents. So we have now $28.1 million in cap room, available funds. So we got some more space in cap room. So that's good. Mostert is the highest overall guy. But Sony Michel is pretty solid too. Let me go ahead and place a bid for Sony Michel. All right, so we're going to place a bid for him. We are in first place with the bid that we just put on Michel. So let me go ahead and take a look here. So fullback, we're good with. We have that guy. We can probably draft another fullback to help out with that. Devontae Adams is a free agent and 99 overall, but like I said, we don't need receivers. We can just draft tight ends in the draft. Worry about that. We're good at left tackle, but we have no left guards whatsoever. Now, we're not going to spend a whole lot of money on this. I'm just looking to get a guy to be here who is not just going to break the bank. So the highest overall left guard is Connor Williams. No, thank you. I'm going to go ahead and sign Cordy Glenn because we have no left guards and we need one. So we're just going to bring him in. I'm pretty sure this guy's not going to get any other offers, so we're probably definitely going to land him for sure. We're good there. We're good at right guard. We can draft a right tackle in the draft for sure. I don't really think there's any guys here that we need to be spending a bunch of money to. Plumsky. There's some decent guys out here. There's Vernon. There's a chance that we could spend some money here. But I'm going to wait to do that in the draft. Now, defensive tackle, I am going to draft. I am going to sign. I am going to go ahead and sign a defensive tackle, but not a guy that is really high as far as overall. Snacks Harrison is there. He fits our scheme. 75 overall. I'm going to go ahead and sign Brett Urban. He was with the Cowboys last year. Just a one-year deal. Just mainly because we only have one defensive tackle and we need to have at least three. So right end, we're pretty good. We've got Grady Jarrett locking that up. Now Copeland, of course I decided to sign back, so I really don't think we need to worry about that. Middle linebacker, we're good with Deontay Jones. Now right outside linebacker, we have to sign somebody just to fill in, so we have somebody there. We're going to go ahead and sign... a lot of these guys are really bad. We're going to go ahead and sign Malik Reed. Actually, man. I'm going to go ahead and sign Malik Reed. I want to give him a 4-year deal. A 2-year deal, maybe? Withdraw offer. Yeah, we're not gonna get him with that. Let's go ahead and just get this guy. I can't even try to pronounce his name, but I'm just gonna call him OG. We're gonna go ahead and sign this guy. I'm just gonna do a 1-year deal for him, just so we have somebody in there. He's a 71 overall, so that's pretty solid to start out with. For depth purposes, for our only right outside linebacker on the roster. Corners. We're pretty good with Terrell being back there. I think he'll develop pretty well. Free safety. Now, Grant is here, but we could probably draft a safety. Harrison Smith is out there. None of these guys that are top really fit our scheme. Rodney McLeod Jr. Well, Deron Harmon is the guy that we just let walk away. Let's see what McLeod's looking like. Just 1-year deal? Yeah, we're going to offer him a 1-year deal. He'll probably take that for sure. Okay. Cool. We already have that, but we need to get a punter. We need to sign a punter because I don't want to be dealing with not having to draft a special teams guy, because in Madden that's kind of annoying. So J.K. Scott. Yeah, let's go ahead and sign him. I just want to give him a 2-year deal, so hopefully we don't have to worry about him leaving after a couple of years. Yeah, we have to sign a punter. Oh, actually, he's got a better offer from the Redskins or the Washington football team. Let's do Jack Fox instead. Let's do a 2-year deal for this guy. He's got no other competing offers, I don't think. Okay. Let's see. Let's go to my negotiations. Okay, so these are the players that we've put in bids for. Sony Michel, Jack Fox, Rodney McLeod Jr., Brett Urban, OG, that's just what I'm calling him, Cordy Glenn, and that's it. So these are the guys that we've put in bids as far as free agents. I don't know if I'll get all of them. Sony Michel has a competing offer, but we are number 1 right now. He does have a competing offer from the Ravens. But none of these other guys that we've offered contracts to have any competing offers. So hopefully that bodes well for us. So we'll see what we can get as far as free agency with those gentlemen. Scout. Okay, so let's go ahead and advance to stage 2. Let's see if any of the guys that we offered contracts to agreed to any of our terms. Let's see what we're talking about. Okay, so let's take a look here. So we've got Rodney McLeod Jr. He accepted our deal. And we also have signed Brent Urban. He's accepted our contract. So has Cordy Glenn, left guard. He's coming here. Jack Fox, the punter, he's accepted our deal. And also, yes, Sony Michel has accepted our contract offer as well. All right, so that's good. So the good thing is that we've been able to address a lot of the needs. So the good thing is that we've been able to address not all of our needs in free agency, but a good start. We've got some solid players in there now that I think are just going to make things better. So that's pretty good. View the retirements, sign free agents. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and advance to the draft. You have selected to skip ahead in multiple weeks. Sure. Yep, I'm going to go ahead and skip ahead to the draft. Let's go ahead and get to the draft, and let's start filling out the rest of the roster with some solid players. Ooh, my shoulder just popped right there. Wow. Lost connection to the EA servers. Unbelievable. So did my franchise not even save? Wow. Oh my god. This is not the way I wanted to end the live stream. But you know what? God must be giving me a sign or something. I did just look at my clock and it does say 1 in the morning. But you know what, guys? I'll probably be back maybe tomorrow or in the next couple of days to keep doing some Madden 22 live stream, because I'm actually going to be off work until Friday of this week coming up. getting some time off, some much needed R&R, rest, relaxation, for those of y'all that don't know. Well, sorry this first attempt to live stream botched because I lost connection to the EA servers, because it looks like that I can't even, get back into that franchise because I lost connection to the servers. Let me go ahead and try to see if I can load it up again. Unless I can't even connect to anything. Let me go back here. Let me sign into the EA servers again. Okay, so it looks like I have logged back in, or I'm back in the EA servers. Let's see. Oh. Okay, here we go. All right, well, okay, maybe we're not quite done yet. Okay, but I am going to start to kind of wrap this up. One thing I will do is that I'll probably just do the draft, and then that'll be it for at least this first part of this rebuild. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start the draft. Let's get to it. Draft time.
The Falcons on the clock now. Let's see who they have their eye on.
We got Rich Eisen narrating this. All right, cool. So make your selection, pick player. Let's go ahead and take a look and see what needs we really have. Okay, so left tackle we're pretty good on. We don't really need anything there. Right outside linebacker for sure is what we need. So we are going to draft Malik Beekman as our first round pick. Draft player.
On the clock now, it's the Falcons.
What the heck is... Wow. Ugh. Keep losing connection. This is not good. Our servers, please try again. We apologize. We have been returned. You have been returned to the main menu. Okay, well, I think this is a good lesson learned that if I'm going to do any rebuilds, I'm just going to have to do them offline. I mean, I can use the most active roster, but I think just the fact that I'm doing this online for the first time and using a lot of real life, stats and all that kind of stuff is just causing the servers to be constantly lost, and sometimes EA is the way they are. But I'm going to go ahead and end this live stream, guys. I'll catch you guys in the morning. It's your boy Malin. Y'all have a good day, and I'm out.